Previously on Chosen Ones. After narrowly escaping their encounter with Wolf, Fallen Theo, and the Abergrim, Shui and Avayath find themselves teleported with Flynn to the Prime Capital. There, they are greeted by King Larkspur, who calls Avayath his son, much to the Asmer's surprise. The Bard and Paladin split up, Avayath briefly encountering Larkspur talking to Aelia, before he is led to a nursery. Here, he meets an alternate Rue, who he has had a child with in this timeline. As he holds the baby for the first time, a memory that isn't his own comes to the forefront of his mind. Meanwhile, Shui goes to Ibishu's temple with Flynn. He is ordered to look into the fountain, and as he does so, the world goes black for him. Will our heroes ever find their way back home, or will this new world become their reality?
Born from the same branch and leaves, wild and free, living here in harmony. Don't you see? This is where you want to be. When you leave, the world is never what it seems. If only we could travel back in time. Whoa.
Alright, we are moving over to Theo's diary. So, where you left off, you guys had been trying to find God's Brandy to give to this kind of very obviously sick Merlin that you had found in one of the tubes. And despite your attempts to locate God's Brandy, you and Zairi find yourselves unable to do so, which he seems confused by because he's like, he definitely had some here. Like, he definitely had some in the lab the last time I was here. I don't know where he put it. And you and Zairi agree, after tearing this place apart, trying to find it, to just stay away from the container that Merlin was found in and continue to take shifts. And he teaches you a bit about Arthur's technology while you're here, if only so the two of you can not be bored out of your mind while you're stuck here. So he shows you movies for the first time. You play video games together and some board games that were laying around. And quickly you go through the alcohol Arthur had stored here. It wasn't a lot, and you very quickly go through it. Zairi drank most of it. And days go by like this. And then weeks. And then months. And you've been keeping track via one of the screens as a calendar that appears to be calibrated towards whatever dead world you're in. And today, where we are starting, is day 100.
We made it to 100, he calls out.
Whoa.
Sorry.
You gonna finish that? He reaches over and grabs a bag of chips.
Yeah. He kind of shifts it over to him, lets him take it. And he's like, sorry to keep you here for so long.
It's whatever. As long as we're in the lab, like I've said a lot at this point, it's fine. I've gone out and checked a couple times. Their eyes are still dead. He doesn't know where we are.
That's good to know.
There are still a lot of specklings in this area, though. A lot. They know something's here.
Yeah, I mean, there's all this, and then there's Merlin, of course.
And this was also where the universe was torn apart, so also that.
Yeah. That too.
Do you want to play Pummel Pals again?
Yeah, okay.
He's like, I pick the lady in the pink dress, you can be whoever you want, and starts like...
Imagine Theo saying that he wants to play, like, I don't know, Animal Walking or something else.
Creature passing.
Harvest Sun. I don't know.
So they play a while. Theo probably just kind of, because it's day 100, he probably doesn't try.
Yeah.
And he probably eventually just kind of tosses the little controller to the side. And he's like, I hate waiting. I don't want to...
Yeah. Are you sure? Be positive that they're... Never mind.
Positive what?
It's not gonna help anything. We'll just wait.
What?
Are you... I don't know where your friends were sent to. I don't know what world they ended up in. Are you sure they're strong enough to come back here?
I mean, I'm sure. I mean, if Arthur is...
I've told you, there's possibilities of them getting lost in whatever timeline they ended up in.
Yeah,
There's
but...
a chance that they're living a life that isn't their own right now. And they may just be stuck like that.
Well, no, they... well, they... I think they could beat that. I think they could, retain themselves.
It's just taking a while.
Yeah, I...
Arthur, despite being so old, is not a very patient man. Usually he's faster than this.
So what if they don't, then how, what... Well, what do we do?
I already told you I can go.
I know, I can't.
I know. I thought they would come for you.
I'm sure they're trying.
When we first came here, your clothes changed. Like this was a place you've spent a lot of time in before.
I didn't. I mean, I didn't. Never knew of it. What I. It was like that when Arthur first took me here. It's just weird. This place is weird.
It is. It's very weird. But if your clothes did change like that, there's a chance at some point in the future you've time traveled yourself.
Sure.
I can't actually use Arthur's machines for a very particular reason. What he uses to time travel this place, I can't use them. I know how to, and it's dangerous. If you want to try to get out of here and find your friends instead of waiting for them to get here, I haven't mentioned it because there's a 50% chance we'll both die. Without Arthur.
Well, yeah, I was just thinking that we're in, like, a dead world. We got here, but we got here through a dead world. Like, how are they gonna know to look in here? I don't know. It's been 100 days. I'm ready to try, I guess.
Okay. You're... He, like, is looking down and he's just like, you're really not gonna like it if I tell you how it works exactly. It's not ethical to a lot of people's standards.
What do you mean?
It's a mistake I made. It's the reason I have a lot more brands than I had before. It's already said and done, so using it's not going to change anything anymore. It's just I gotta explain some things to you, and we've spent 100 days together. Yeah, I'm not the most friendly of people. I didn't end up in this situation by that.
I know, It's just... What if they need me?
Okay, come on. He stands up.
Yeah, okay. Theo follows.
And he takes you towards the back of the lab, going up to what appears to be a smooth, solid wall that you've seen countless times pacing around this facility, until he touches it, and it immediately lights up and shows on the other side of this wall, kind of becoming transparent, a very large, empty room with a floating box in the middle of it. And within that box is a dazzling yellow orb about the size of an egg that is just kind of lighting up the room. And he glances over at you.
What's all this?
That's a spark, and he points in.
Right. Okay.
It's my spark. Well, a version of my spark.
Alright.
I can't get any closer to it than this, or I'd cause some kind of paradox or something.
Oh. So it's a different you.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, alright. I see how it's unethical now.
We needed somewhere that was safe, and my spark is too risky to use without Arthur's machines, but I can't exactly just give it to him. I need it to stay alive.
Yeah. I, remember talking a little bit about that.
So, we took it from one of the me's. That was in a dying world anyway. He was about to die anyway.
Is it conscious?
I don't know.
Well, I see what you mean then.
If it makes you feel any better, if I was in a dying world and I was about to be wiped out of existence, I wouldn't care if someone did this.
Theo looks at him, like, I don't really believe you, but alright. like, look at this, come on. Like, that's what he's like, kind of. He's just, well, if it's already here, I need to see them again. And if they need me, if they're trapped somewhere and I can't get out, then I'm gonna do what I can.
Gotcha. And he's like looking down at himself, like he seems surprised right now that he is okay for some reason. And he's looking back up and he's just like, normally when I get close to it like this, my brands light up like a reminder of what we did. But he put my patron in. I'm sure you know Brandy's patron too. He put a lot of restrictions on us, on me in particular. Even thinking about doing something he doesn't approve of can make these damn marks light up. But he didn't stop me from showing you just now, so either he's busy, and he kind of looks over at Theo, or it's okay that I did.
Well,
Cassie, you fucking asshole.
whatever the reason, I guess, how does it work?
You need to focus on something. A place, a time, a person. You need to focus really hard.
Do I have to do anything else? I just have to be in its presence, or what do I have to do?
You have to get closer to it. There's a little little machine, if you get closer to it, that'll pop up a hologram. There we go. I showed you some of those.
Yeah.
You put your hand to that, and you just picture as much as you can exactly where you want to go and what you're looking for. In this case, it'd be your friends. Your specific friends. Wherever they are.
Okay. Alright, I guess I'll... Do I just try that now?
We can give it a shot. And he backs up a bit, kind of moves his hand and swipes on the wall as he does so, and it kind of opens up, and he immediately backs very far away and kind of gestures in. He's like, go give it a shot. Again, 50% chance.
Right. You know, if the other 50% happens, you weren't awful to stay with, I'm just saying. Yeah, you're too hard on yourself. Anyway, he's...
You're just saying that because we might be about to die.
I mean, yeah, definitely, but, and then he puts his hand on the thingy.
Roll a D100 for me.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, 68. That was so close. Damn.
You put your hand to it. Who are you thinking of in this moment?
Brandy.
Okay.
Who the fuck else?
Yeah, I figured. So you are concentrating very hard on Brandy, your Brandy specifically, as you are kind of waiting and standing there, and you hear all the machines around you start to whirl into effect and like come alive, essentially. This facility that's been mostly dead, besides the few machines that you've turned on while you're here with Zairi, start to very quickly like light up and turn on. There's a very loud whooshing sound, kind of that fills your ears, and almost like your hair starts to like stand on end, like when like there's too much electricity in the air. And as that happens, everything shuts off. Whole facility just turns off.
Oh, did it,
Shoot. The spark in front of you is still glowing very brightly, and he's just like, God, I think we may have fried it.
Oh, he removes his hand very quickly. I'm sorry,
No, you're good. They just might not be in a place at this exact moment we can get to. We can try again later. That was not a failure, though. We're still here.
Okay, alright, I guess we'll try again. How do you... Those lights, turn them on again?
We'll have to wait for the backup generators to kick on.
Right, okay, I tried, we'll try again. Day 100, yay!
Day 101. Maybe we'll get out of here.
Maybe.
Do you want to take the first watch?
Yeah.
Alright, and you head back to your little kind of like beds. I think I said there's one bed that you both switch between on your shifts.
Yeah.
He lays down to go to sleep. And as you are kind of sitting there on your watch, do you want to roll a perception check for me, Theo?
I'm good at that shit. Watch
I thought
me
you were
get
just
that
gonna say,
one.
I'm good. Like, no, thank you.
24.
24, damn. Something I do want to preface is that Zairi, during this time, has acted about the same, but he has had moments where, like, you could tell he's very clearly upset about the situation and does not want to be here, but he does not seem to be necessarily mad at you for keeping him. He's just upset in general at the position you are both in. Like, he didn't give you the silent treatment or anything at any point, but he is kind of hard to be around for long periods of time. So it wasn't like an openly hostile situation. I just wanted to make that clear over the 100 days.
Yeah.
But as you are kind of sitting there, as Zairi, you hear, kind of falls asleep, the little snores coming from behind you on the bed. You see the platform that you both had entered from when you first came into this facility light up, meaning that something is coming through.
Oh my god! Oh my god! He is very excited and slaps Zyri's shoulder like, hey!
Zyri does not wake up.
He looks up to the glowing panel and then back to Zyri. Zyri! There's the glowing, the entrance thing.
Does not wake up.
Since he's not waking up, he'll just go check out what's happening. He has his, we'll call longbow just in case. Well, he has it out and ready to aim up and fire. We'll say it's like aimed at their feet right now, but wherever they would appear anyway.
So you approach the platform, and as you get closer, you see kind of like the form of someone kind of starting to take effect in that beam of light. Someone that you recognize as they slowly start to take place in their modern day outfit as they appear, as you see Arthur appear in front of you. Theo!
Arthur! He lowers his...
Oh, thank goodness we found you.
You did. Where is...
We already got them, the others. They're outside. They're waiting for you. Come on. He puts a hand out.
Yeah, okay. Wait. He runs over to Zyri and kind of shakes him around. Like, Zyri, you can leave now. We can go.
Oh, don't worry about him. I'll come back for him in a moment. He's probably tired. The facility seems like it went out. Did you try to activate his other spark?
Yes, but,
He exists outside of time like I do, so it's more important that I get you back to the others.
Just a second. We've been waiting for this for 100 days.
100 days? Well, then you probably can't wait to see Brandy.
Yeah, no, just a second.
Is that what you want right now, to see Brandy?
He's already, like, walking away. Like, he's been
You
walking
hear him,
away.
like, get off the platform behind you and start walking towards you.
He's been walking away. He's going to wake up Zyri. Just a second. Yes, I want to see him. We've been
That's
waiting.
what you want right now. You want to see Brandy.
He stops and turns around very suddenly. And he's like, he looks upset now. He's going to Insight. 13. God, why did you have to roll so low?
He seems like he's just trying to get you out of here as fast as he can.
Yes, I want to see Brandy. We've gone through quite a time here, and I just wanted to make sure that he knew and we said goodbye.
Yes, of course,
or
you've gone through something very traumatic. So, of course, you go wake him up. And he stops.
Okay. He goes over and tries to wake Zyri up again. Zyri, Arthur's here.
And he finally seems to start to wake up at that and just be like, Theo, what?
Arthur's here. He's, here now, and we can go now.
You look over your shoulder and he's gone.
Uh-huh.
Arthur's here? What?
Yeah, he was right. He's, like, looking around. And he's like, he was... The panel was glowing and he came in and... Well, he was right here.
Zyri's kind of looking at you, and then looking back at the panel, and then looking at you, and he's like, Did you fall asleep on your shift?
No, he was here, and...
I'll go check. Give me a sec. He starts to get out of the bed.
Okay.
And he goes up to the platform, and he steps on it, and he's like, I'll go look around for a sec. You wait here.
Okay.
And he vanishes. Now that we have left that scene with Theo and Zyri and Arthur, we are moving back to Brandy, where we just left off with you, you had just tried to save Arthur, and then were dragged through the floor of the binding matter after trying to pull him out, and were in some kind of study where you saw in front of you a top hat sitting on one of the chairs in this study, and behind you, you heard the voice of the magic man. And that is where we had left off with you.
The second he falls, he is like, what the hell just happened? And like turns around when he hears the magic man.
You see him standing behind you without his top hat because it's on the chair in front of you in this moment, but kind of like leaning on his cane. See his eyes kind of squint at you.
You weren't supposed to come through.
I didn't know what was going on. I just saw Arthur sinking.
And you see Arthur seeing the magic man immediately is just like, huh, huh, and like backing up against the wall. And you see as he starts to move away from him, the magic man kind of puts up a hand and very quickly closes it. And Arthur just is dragged up towards one of the chairs and is immediately forced to sit down.
Where do you think you're going? You've been trying to find me for so long. You're just going to run away?
And Arthur just looks panicked, just sitting in this chair staring at him.
Looking around at everything going on.
Yeah, you appear to be in a tiny study. There is a fireplace nearby, close to you, kind of raging, very strong. It does seem to be giving off a lot of magical energy, as does most of this place that you are in. So much of it that it's almost overwhelming to be in. Everything seems to be constructed of magic in this study that you are in. And the magic man holds up a book, a blue book, that you recognize and that you see Arthur's eyes kind of light up, and he's looking down at himself as that was the book that he tore apart just a few days ago. And he's like patting himself like he thought he had it, and the magic man looks at him and is just like,
Looking for this? Well, you were looking for it, and you stole it, and then you decided to tear it apart, which was a bad choice. A very bad choice for someone who's trying to do better.
See, that's what I fucking told him. He's just been a real asshole, and I don't know.
Shh, it's okay. I just wanted to have a little bit of a conversation with you, Arthur, since, like I said, you've been trying to find me, and then you stopped trying to find me because you seem to have figured things out on your own, figured if you got this book, you didn't really need me anymore. Kinda decided to cheat. And that's not very entertaining from an audience perspective.
and Arthur is still just like, has not been saying anything, seems to be keeping his mouth very tightly closed, but he is looking at you, Brandy, like, pleading, like, help.
What the fuck do you want me to do?
You don't have to be here for this. You weren't supposed to be here for this.
I will say on Arthur's behalf, as shitty as a person he is, and trust me, I've become intimately acquainted with how shitty a person he is. He is trying to do better. I'm trying to steer him in the right direction.
He tore apart his own story to avoid confronting himself, and that's not very good showmanship.
Yeah, trust me, I was pretty pissed when he did it too, but he is trying to put it back together right now.
Arthur is kind of like wringing his hands a little bit in the chair, and he's just like, if your audience didn't find it entertaining, then they wouldn't have allowed it to happen, right? And you see his head.
Are you really gonna backtalk?
Yeah, you see his head like twist towards him, and he's just like,
That's not really the response I was looking for. Brandy, do you want a different Arthur? This one's a bit overdone. Maybe we should recast.
As tempting as it is, no, I think I need to teach this one to be better. Arthur, we're
That
talking
wasn't supposed
to a
to-
fucking...
that wasn't, no, I wasn't,
Super
I didn't mean
being.
that in like an insulting way. I just meant from the perspective.
You just don't think about what the fuck you say. This is... Okay, here. I'm gonna spell it out for you real quick, Arthur. You need to do more listening than talking right now. In most situations. I know you love to hear yourself talk, but this is what I was talking about when we were at the campfire together. You just wanna fix everything. And sometimes you can't, and sometimes you need to listen to people who know a little bit more than you.
I'll start talking.
Yeah. Fucking Christ.
And he just kind of sits quietly in the chair. And you see the magic man kind of tosses that book up in his hands, and he kind of gets uncomfortably close to the fire as he's holding that book, and you see Arthur, like, flinch at that.
I'm not going to kill you. I can't. Right now, you've made yourself indispensable, which is unfortunate. You had the chance to be a main character, and you ruined it. You destroyed it, and now there's only a supporting cast, and I can't do anything without a protagonist.
And he's just, again, quiet, just watching him, looking to you like, I'm not supposed to talk. Like, what do I say to that? And the magic man looks over towards you at that Brandy.
You know, I could have given him marks like yours quite a few times, but I didn't, because that's not teaching him anything. That's not fixing anything. It's just slapping him on the wrist whenever he does something good. And that doesn't work when you're what he is.
And he gestures.
Okay, so, I'm just gonna say real quick, like, out of character, when you said something bad, it sounded so fucking horrifying, because it, like, it, like, warbled down, it was like, something bad, and it was like...
I was like, was that purposeful?
Just wait till you hear it, it's
Something
fucking
bad.
fantastic, and I loved it. He kind of, like, looks over to Arthur, and is just like... I mean, he doesn't disagree with anything the Magic Man's saying right now. He's like, yeah, anything I've said to him, it's gone in one ear and out the other, it feels like. So, yeah, he just kind of, like, shrugs.
Can I talk a little bit? Just a little bit. Tiny bit? Maybe? If this is just going to be a talk at me situation. And you see the magic man kind of, again, just very quickly swivel his head towards him.
If you want to say something, you can go ahead. Just be careful with your word choice.
I was trying to find you because I didn't know how to fix things anymore. I feel like whenever I get close to something that you don't like, and you see when he says that, the magic man starts tapping his foot very rapidly. He's like, whenever I get close to something you don't like, you tend to just kind of step in very fast, and I get sent miles back from the progress I've made. And I'm wondering why that is.
Do you think that's maybe because people aren't supposed to be messing with things like that?
If I just stop doing everything, if I just absolutely stop, if I just do nothing, absolutely nothing, it's not going to make anything better though, so I'm just trying to figure out how I'm supposed to fix this in a way where I don't use powers and abilities that are harder to manage a little bit.
You can do this without only doing it on your own, you know. Your whole problem is you make yourself indispensable so that I can't get rid of you because you're the only one who knows how to fix anything. But I've given you a wonderful supporting cast and you've done nothing with it.
And he's looking at Brandy and he's like, are you the supporting cast?
I guess so. I hate that you're the main character.
Not for long. Not for much longer, at least. Audience has grown very, very, very tired of this continuing to loop over and over and over and over again without any clear conclusion or without a new story starting. Either they want it to stop or they want something new to begin. And they're kind of leaning more towards stopping at this point, which is unfortunate. It's been a very good run.
Fear. In Brandy's face, like, I don't know what that means.
But there is another chance to continue this story. Start it over with a sequel instead of ending this entirely, ending the franchise, I mean. But for that, I do need some more help from you, Brandy. I know I've already asked quite a bit from you.
I mean, whatever I can do.
The four of you, one of you, I don't know which one, the audience has decided to make the new main character.
Oh. Okay.
And the way that the audience tends to work is they don't like to tell me all of the facts. I'm more of their stagehand, their director. This is the producer.
He points to Arthur, who's just like, I don't know what he's talking about anymore. He lost me. Like,
Just listen.
So, consider this the end of this book, the end of this story. Find the main character for the next one, and maybe things can continue.
All right.
For that to happen, you all need to stay alive, so do your best.
I'm gonna try.
And you,
and he looks over to Arthur, who again kind of freezes a little bit.
as much as I just said, giving you the same sort of treatment I give to people in your situation is a bad idea. It's also become very apparent that there are two very distinct versions of you. And it would help for everyone to know which one is which.
And when he says that, he snaps his fingers, and you see kind of like directly on like Arthur's neck, a band go all the way around. And he's just like,
That should help.
Welcome to the club.
Well, this has been fun. You're lucky Brandy was here, or this conversation may have been very different, but I like to look good in front of the people who have devoted themselves to me.
and Arthur's just like, okay, can we were in the middle of something. Can we leave?
Yes, of course you can. I'm gonna speed this up though. This has gone on for quite a while, so why don't we just put you exactly where you're supposed to be?
And he snaps his fingers, and the two of you vanish.
I wonder which of us is the main character.
Not it. That is stress. That you know.
With how the last main character went, I can't
Yeah.
help but think.
It'll be Jaga.
Arthur joins the brand band. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, the brand.
He comes up to Zyra and he's like, look, just like you.
We match. It's like you know how
We're like
friends get
friends.
matching tattoos? Yeah.
He's got one tiny little tattoo, and I was like, "Look, we matched." Can I get one?
You don't want one.
You want one?
You don't.
You know the magic band only gives those to people who have done horrible things and they need to redeem themselves.
You did one murder. You're okay.
I got a fake tattoo then.
You tattoo yourself.
A washable tattoo.
Alrighty. So, Brandy, you appear alone, without Arthur, in a giant hall, a grand hall, with giant staircases leading upwards. There's currently no one around you, but you are very clearly in a very extravagant castle.
Arthur. Arthur.
I look around, confused.
Oh, shit. Theo? What am I fucking doing?
He's gonna cast Sending. First he's gonna try and call Theo.
Remind me how your spell works, because
I can send a 25-word message to a creature that I am familiar with, and this can travel across planes of existence, but if the target is on a different plane of existence, it has a 5% chance of failing.
because you are in a different timeline, I want you to roll a D100 to see if you contact the wrong Theo.
Okay. 26.
That is on the low. That's below 50. So
Yep.
give your 25 words, but you're sending this to Fallen Theo right now, even though you don't know that yet.
Oh boy, yep, okay. He says,
Theo, hey, it's me, Brandy. Are you here? This might be confusing if not. That just showed up. Where are you?
You are currently with
Yeah,
Wolf.
that's what I was like.
yeah.
And that voice sounds very different. Like, sounds the same, but the name is wrong. So
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was like, I had a response in mind until he said it's Brandy.
I think you do know that Avayath and Shui had been calling your wolf that.
Yeah, he does call him Brandy in front of them.
What? What's wrong? Is someone near? You can't speak out loud?
Brandy sends again, because he can just do this whenever he wants now. It's fun. Just sends back.
No, I'm not. Where are you? I'm not surrounded by anyone as far as I know.
You're not going to get me with this trick. Stop contacting me.
God damn it.
Fucking Brandy just stops and figures that that's the wrong one.
You see a staff member coming down one of the hallways in here, and you're just out in the open as regular Brandy right now. And they see you, and they drop the tray of food that they were carrying and just start screaming.
Oh boy. That's unfortunate. I'm going to need them to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. They will have no mod. 14.
That's a failure. I cast Eye Bite on them. They fall asleep immediately.
They definitely drop what they're holding, but before they're fully able to let out a scream, they fall asleep.
And then I take on a similar uniform to them with Mask of Many Faces and run over and pick them up.
Okay.
And like look around to see if anybody else is coming.
You do hear footsteps starting to come down to hear what that commotion was.
Help! Hello?
You see Avayath.
Oh no!
Thank you to our high-tier patrons, Dion, Miranda, Zeb, Arkeus the Druid, Mad King Max, Claytor, the Hatman, Charles, Jessica Long, Z, Vessel, and Mr. Bakudan, as well as our Kickstarter backers for this season. If you haven't already, make sure to like the episode and leave a comment. We'll see you soon, fellow Sparks.
Morning soon, the light dims fast here. Should we go outside again one more day, my dear? Why don't we just stay as the familiar fades away? Things are the same day by day. What are you waiting for, darling? What are you running from, stranger? Where are you hiding now? Don't you waste this chance. Do we have time for this, dear friend? How could we ever run out now? All that we have is this moment. Let's make time. For the end of this story, time for the start of our new life, time for us all to come back for fate's last encore. Will we find out what this all means? It means a lot that you're here now. Let's make the most of this, shall we?